In this video, we're going to take a look at the first grade standard for numbers and operations in base 10, number 6. This standard asks that students be able to subtract multiples of 10 in a range from 10 to 90. As students are doing this, they should be able to use concrete models or drawings, and they can also use strategies based off of place value. There's something to take in mind as students are tackling this standard as well. They should have an opportunity to explore this relationship between addition and subtraction. Let's take a look here. Here we have 70 minus 30, and some students might think of it as starting at 70 and counting back 3 tens until they get to 40. And some students might not need to count back by 3 individual groups of 10, and they might be able to jump back by a single jump of 30. Really unique way to formatively assess what your students know and what they're able to do. Another thing that students might do, well, they could look at this as an addition problem. That's right. Even though we're thinking of it as subtraction, some students might look at it this way. A distance problem. How many do I need to give to 30 until I have 70? Well, some students will see that they can add to really subtract. As students are modeling their thinking for this problem, they might not use a number line. Some students might choose to use a hundredths chart to model their thinking, so when they start with 70, they count back. They count down from 70 3 tens, and when they do that, they get to 40. Some other students might model their thinking using base 10 blocks. So we'll go ahead and begin by creating 70 of them. Here's our 70. And now we know that we need to go ahead and separate 30 from our 70. So we go ahead and we separate them. There's 60, 50, there's 40 left over. Let's take a look and see what this standard could look like in a first grade classroom. In this video, we'll take a look at a 3-act task. With this task, students will be shown this initial video and they'll be asked what they notice and what they wonder. Let's take a look and see what this looks like in a classroom. After the video is shown to the students, the teacher will go ahead and record all the different things that the students notice and what they wonder. You can see here that as the students are raising their hands, they notice that there's a snack machine. They're noticing lots of different things, and the teacher is just recording the students' thinking. When it came to the point of what students wonder, well, the students wanted to know how much change did the girl get back from the snack machine? Well, the important thing here is that the students don't have all the information that they need. They need more. So eventually the students come to a place where they know that the young lady deposited 80 cents inside the machine, and the chips up in the top left corner, well, they cost 60 cents. Let's take a look and see how some first graders tackled this problem.
Talk to me about what you're working on.
I thought it was 20, and I figured it on the number line, so I put 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, because she put 80 in there. And so I took away two tens to see if that was right, to make 60.
So how much money did she get back?
She got 20.
20 cents back?
So as you can see there, the student had 20 as their estimate, and then they were able to verify it by counting back 2 tens to see that they had 60 cents. It's all about finding that difference, that distance between one number and another. The big piece here that this teacher is really trying to get the students to see is we want to move them away from one-to-one counting and look at unitizing. Let's take a look. Not all students were able to immediately jump back groups of 10.
All right, Aubrey, what are you working on? How are you
Tally
doing?
marks.
Tally marks.
To get to 80.
To get to 80. How's that going?
Kind of okay.
Kind of okay?
I mean, I can do it, but I write small and slow, so it takes me a little bit because I write small and slow, so.
All right. So do you think this is an efficient strategy for you?
No, but this is the only way that I thought of.
That's the only way you've thought of so far? Okay. Well, what do you know about tens and ones?
No.
You don't know? You want to keep working on this and see what you can figure out? All right. Work it out.
Oh, I know a different strategy.
You know a different strategy? All right. What's another strategy you could use, Morgan?
I can use sticks for my tens and one for my dots for units.
Okay, so if you're going to use sticks for your tens and dots for your units, what would that look like if you were trying to do this problem? Right, and so that leaves you with how much money did she get back? 20 cents.
What's great about this video is how the teacher purposefully tries to move students away from that one-to-one counting and begin to get them to see that it's more efficient to use the structure that we have in our base 10 number system, where we have tens and ones. Although the students in this class didn't add to subtract, that's okay. It's through the multiple use of a context that students can begin to build this relationship. There's a whole lot happening in this standard. Let's make sure that we take our time and allow our students to build all of this understanding of subtraction conceptually.